they jumping, dude. Damn, they back there jumping. Oh, hey, somebody, they throwing shit. Hey, look at dude, look at dude on the counter.
Well, guys, what you just looked at is a bunch of YNs deciding to have some fun in St. Louis at a Steak and Shake. Now, we all know that on New Year's, people get a little crazy, but my question is, why would they even allow that many people to come into their establishment in the first place? Because we know anytime that there's going to be a crowd of these young people anywhere where it's more than 3 or 4 of them, there's going to be chaos. I don't understand why we continuously allow these people to continue to prove who they are. This is the thing. Long past are the times where a bunch of kids can get together, congregate, and have fun, genuine fun, and it not be chaos, not be some type of destruction of property. I mean, look at this. These kids are behind the counter. They are just absolutely crashing out. And look, like I said, this is New Year's. These young people are just out of control. And then people wonder why black people get treated the way they do. You wonder why people look at black people the way they do. It's because y'all don't know how to conduct yourselves every time you go out in public. Did the media make you do this? Did white people make you go in there and act a fool? No, they didn't. The truth of the matter is you did it because you don't value anything but just to have fun and go crazy. This is insane. People lose their minds on New Year's. Look at this. Look at this. Why
they jumping, dude. Damn, they back there jumping.
They are behind the. Look at them throwing stuff at the staff. Look at it. What are they doing?
Hey, look at dude on the counter.
Guys, make sure you like and subscribe because I'm putting myself through this torture and just indulging in all this degeneracy just for you guys. It's for you. So make sure you like and subscribe to the platform because we're going to keep bringing you these unfiltered videos and we're going to really take an honest look at the culture. Look at them. These are the types of dudes that women like. When women say that they think you boring and all that kind of stuff, these are the types of dudes that they really prefer. These are the types of dudes that they really checking for. When they mad because you're not staying home, when they mad because you're not, when they mad because you're staying home, when they mad because you're not out here causing a bunch of chaos. This is what they want. They want these young dudes that are just menaces to society. And that's the truth of the matter. They're menaces to society. There's not much more to say about that, guys. Let's take a look at the next clip. Since we're taking a look at y'all dysfunctional children.
Metropolitan Police confirm a man shot by an officer outside the Wheelhouse Bar in downtown St. Louis has died. We understand the officer involved in this is with another jurisdiction. They were working secondary security when a fight broke out outside this busy area. We want to show you some video taken by our Nissan Rogue Runner earlier this morning. This is outside Wheelhouse at 10th and Spruce, and this was taken just before 3:45 this morning. And our Brian Howe in the Nissan Rogue Runner did see officers performing CPR on a man outside the bar. Police say it all started with a large fight involving dozens of people in the street outside the popular bar. Officers working security tried to break up the fight, and we understand at least one officer deployed mace trying to break it up. And that's when police noticed a man armed with a gun, and according to SLMPD, An officer ordered the suspect in his 20s to drop his weapon. When he did not comply, the officer fired, striking the suspect in the chest. The man was rushed to a hospital where he later died. Police say a second person showed up at a hospital later in the morning with a graze wound, saying he was also shot in the same incident. His injury is being described as survivable and non-life-threatening. Officers had Spruce Street blocked off from 9th to Tucker as investigators worked to gather evidence. They were focusing on a red sedan inside the yellow crime scene tape, and police say that car is part of their investigation but did not elaborate much more than that. The Force Investigation Unit handles officer-involved shootings within city limits, and they are leading this investigation. Police say the officer who fired his weapon is 40 years old and has 18 years of law enforcement experience.
I think that, you know, when we look at what unfolded this morning, it shows our strength with our secondary partners. At the end of the day, we are an entire region. We have to work together as a law enforcement agency. When lives are in danger and people are in a large gathering and somebody's walking around with a firearm, we expect, whether you're a St. Louis City police officer or another nearby jurisdiction, to step in and enforce the law and protect the public.
While this case is still very much under investigation, police do believe that officers' actions likely saved lives. Of course, we'll keep you updated with the very latest information as we get it. Reporting in
Now, this is again another example why it's good to just stay home on New Year's, because even though the idea of having big fun on New Year's is tempting, this is the risk you take. When people get that oil in them, they get to tripping, they get to you know what I mean, get to fighting, get to having brawls. Then all of a sudden now somebody's not here anymore because they didn't know how to comply with the police. They're unruly. They're out of control. And this is what happens when you see a lot of people getting together. But you wonder, why does it only happen with certain demographics of people? White people get in the brawls too, but why does it always have to go this far? Maybe it's because, guess what? Whenever it does, it usually somebody ends up unaliving. So I know people gonna say, well, what did the officer really do to to really de-escalate that or anything like that? No. At the end of the day, that man, if the officer realized that the man had a firearm, that means that the man probably had intentions of using the firearm. So if the officer told you to drop it, you should drop it. It's just be for real. Just be for real. I mean, I get that people, you don't like living within the means of the law, but let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Let's take a look at one more clip. As a matter of fact, instead of going to another clip, I mean, if we're just being honest, we really could just look at that New Orleans truck attack. This is why I don't go out. This is why I'm perfectly content embracing being a homebody, because it's dangerous out here. People are unhinged. They're not thinking clearly. And for some reason, they don't value life. So what do? They decide that they're going to ruin everybody else's holiday. Do they deserve to have their holidays ruined? No. Should it be that where people feel safer sitting inside their homes on the day you're supposed to be celebrating? Absolutely. That's not the way that it's supposed to be. But you got to be smart. You got to be safe if you actually want to live. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, these are just some examples of what goes on in my city. So, I mean, hopefully y'all's wasn't as bad.